everybody, to the premiere of Merely Players. We're so excited to share this great opportunity that we had with the Optimist Theatre. Throughout this whole year of pandemic in 2020, the ACAP PlayMakers had the opportunity to virtually get together on a weekly basis to practice and learn about Shakespeare. The Optimist Theatre, most importantly, Susan and Ron brought to life the various characters of Shakespeare for our members. And throughout all of that, they had opportunities to learn about the characters and develop their own interpretations of the characters, and of course, learn the lines. This has not been the easiest of tasks because of the various obstacles that the pandemic has provided us, but we did it. As many thespians say, the show must go on. And that's exactly what we have done. So tonight we bring you Merely Players. This has been a terrific project. Our members, our actors from the ACAP PlayMakers have really pulled out all the stops. I think that you're all going to be very, very excited and elated to see the work that they've done. I do have a couple of co-hosts with me tonight that are going to say a few things. And after the film airs tonight, it will be on our YouTube station, so you can sit back and relax and enjoy it over and over again. So once again, I want to thank all of the people from Optimist Theatre and the wonderful volunteers, production staff that the ACAP PlayMakers has, and our executive director, Sandra Hines, for putting the grant together with Optimist to put on this wonderful, wonderful opportunity for you all to enjoy. Welcome Colleen, to the premiere of the Merely Players. Can you tell everybody welcome?
Welcome.
What I enjoyed most about the play this time was getting to see some old friends, meeting some new friends, and getting another chance to perform. I really love to perform.
I love having some lines. I love seeing my friends, and I love seeing Lord Bob.
Hi Prescott, welcome to the premiere of Merely Players, our second and actually our third attempt at doing Shakespeare. Did you enjoy doing the show this year?
Yeah, welcome everybody.
Oh, thank you. I forgot. Yes, we want to welcome everybody. Thank you for reminding me, Prescott. So you play what role in the show?
The show is I am a King Henry.
King Henry in the show. Very good. Very good. And did you find it hard to say Shakespeare?
Shakespeare.
Was it difficult to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you get some help from somebody to learn Shakespeare?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I volunteer.
Oh, okay. Did your volunteer, would that be your mother that helped you out learn the lines?
I help line. Yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, I've been telling everybody that I was going to have some special guest co-hosts, so I appreciate you coming on with me tonight. So why don't we tell everybody to enjoy the show?
Yeah. Welcome to the show.
Enjoy the show.
It is yours.
fie upon it. Ill-nurtured, bat-fouling pox on it. I hate this play. The patrons must needs have new plays, and I must write them soon. But my writer's muse hath become writer's block. We want Henry V, quoth they. We want the Battle of Agincourt, quoth they. Battle of Agincourt. It's like hundreds of Englishmen, thousands of Frenchmen, armor, swords, pikes, fighting, blood, fire, horses, all with a dozen actors and a stage no wider than 28 cubits, side to side. Oh, for a muse. Oh, for a muse. Oh, for a muse. Michael? From PlayMakers? Wherefore art thou? Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend to the brightest heaven of invention? A kingdom for a stage, princes to act, and monarchs to behold the swelling scene? Can this cockpit hold the vasty fields of France? Or may we cram within this wooden O the very casks that did affright the air at Agincourt? Oh, ciphers to this great account on your imaginary forces' work. Think, when we speak of horses, that you see them, printing their proud hooves in the receiving earth. For 'tis your thoughts that must now deck our kings. Michael, thou art thyself a very muse of fire. I am inspired to write of good King Harry and horses. But this is Much Ado About Beatrice. Beatrice pretends to hate Benedict, and Benedict pretends to hate Beatrice, and Benedict's best friend Claudio really loves Beatrice's cousin Hero, and Hero really loves Claudio, and really Beatrice loves Benedict, but she can't tell him, and really Benedict loves Beatrice, but he can't tell her. And then Claudio and Hero become engaged, and then Benedict tells Beatrice he was only pretending to hate her, and really he loves her, and then Beatrice tells Benedict she was only pretending to hate him, and really she loves him. But then Claudio thinks that Hero betrayed him and stands her up at the altar, but Hero is innocent and tells Beatrice Claudio betrayed her, and then Beatrice tells Benedict that if he, Benedict, really loves her, Beatrice, he, Benedict, will kill Claudio, but he, Benedict, doesn't want to. This much is clear. But how does Beatrice convince Benedict to kill his best friend? Samantha, I am writing a play that may interest thee. Now, thus far, Beatrice pretends to hate Benedict, and Benedict pretends to hate another time, mayhap. For now, how might a woman convince a man to kill his own best friend?
Is he not approved, the height of villain, that slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinsman. Oh God, if I were a man, I'd eat his heart in the marketplace. Sweet Hero, she is wronged. She is slandered. She is undone. Oh, if I were a man for his sake, would any friend be a man for my sake? Manhood turned into courtesy, valor into compliment, and men turned to tongue, and trim ones too. He is as valiant as Hercules, says the lion, swears it. If I cannot be a man in wishing, then I will die a woman in grieving.
Samantha, that were most excellent. I think me thou hast driven men to murder before. Gramercy. Henry IV cannot sleep. He took the crown from Richard by force, and now Northumberland may do the same to him. No, 'tis no worry, rest eludes him. But what doth he say? Eric, my goodly friend, thou art a playmaker. Prithee, become Henry IV and put words in his mouth.
How many thousands of my poet's subjects are at this hour asleep, then happy, low, lie down on easy lies the head that rules a crown. That's me.
That is thee indeed, Eric. I thank thee for thy speech and for your royal presence. I have King Henry's aplenty, but nary a coin for drink. Who do I know? That fair youth, that very handsome, very vain, very wealthy fair youth, that very fair youth who oft doth pay well for a flattering sonnet. A sonnet. 3 quatrains and a rhymed couplet. A, B, C, D, C, D, E, E. Karen, thou art just in time. I am in need of drink. Thus I am in need of coin. Thus I am in need of a sonnet. Thus I am in need of an idea. Might thou help me?
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's leaves have all too short a date. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that the fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thou wondrous in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee.
So long lives this, and this gives life to thee. That should loosen the purse strings. Terran, thou hast, as those in your day might say, done me a solid. Gramercy. So. King Lear in the storm. Blow, winds, and crack your cheeks. It doth put me in mind of the Earl of Oxford. Whene'er he blows wind, his cheeks crack. But what of Edgar? The storm rageth, the wind howleth, and Edgar, pretending to be poor Tom the beggar, wears naught but rags. I need words for him. Patrick, I have need of thee. Pretend thou art a madman, called poor Tom. Thou wearest naught but rags in a raging storm. What words might thou speak?
Time is cold. Time is cold. Ooh. Time is cold. Ooh.
Patrick, thou art quick and to the point. I, myself, oft use 20 words when 2 will do. Mayhap brevity is the soul of wit. Now, off with thee, to a hot fire and a bottle of warm sack. As for me... For me, 'twill be a hot deadline and a cold coin purse. What pages will vex me now? A Midsummer Night's Dream. My pen flows freely when I write words for an ass. Certes, I know enough of them. But for Titania, the queen of the fairies, when she falls in love with an ass, my pen's labors are like unto a rash, scratchy and best kept hidden. Ah, well... If only I had help from ACAP PlayMakers. I said, if only I had help. Ah, Katerina, thou art the very likeness of a fairy queen. Prithee, give me your royal words of love.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed? I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. My ear is much enamored of thy notes, so is my eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtues, free force doubt move me, on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Katerina, Titania doth suit thee well. What other pages might the ACAP PlayMakers help me with now? Oh, what's this? To be or not to be, that is the question. Actually, I rather like that. So it's, as you like it. Rosalind is in love but must pretend not to be. I seem to read a lot of that. Well now. Lines to speak ill of love. Lines to speak ill of love. Katya, might thou make pretense to speak ill of love?
Love is made me a madness, and I tell you, deserves as well a dark house, and a whip as mad do. And the reason why the nuts are punished and cut is that the lunacy is ordinary, that the whippers are in love too.
Thou hast spake true, and 'tis good love is a madness. 'Tis where I get much my material. Gramercy, Katya. Macbeth. Kings, good. Violent bloodshed, that's the stuff. Love, good, but it needs a bit of magic. By the pricking of my thumb, by the pricking of my thumb, something wicked. Something wicked. Something wicked.
It was the wooden cat have meal.
Her fear cries, "'Tis time! 'Tis time!"
Around about the Osmond ago, in the Austin Beatrice throw, took back under the gallstone. This night has better one. It's Walter Film is been got. Biofoul. First I saw him come part.
Double toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
I are you. Thou art what? War art bad. Dawn art dog.
Scale of a dragon, tooth of a wolf, witches, mummy, maw, and gall. Of the raven, salt sea shark, root of a hemlock, dig the dark. Make this gruel thick and slab. Add there to a tiger's cauldron. Pour the ingredients of our cauldron.
Never.
Fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Rồi Nabu raw Nen Nom on, and die.
Anna? Becca? Heather? Nicholas? Thy witches cast a spell indeed. Poisoned entrails, baboon's blood. I like thy lines, but prithee, invite me not for dinner. The Tempest. More magic. Brilliant. From witches to a monster, but no ordinary monster is Caliban. He hath a soul. But how might he show this? How might he show it? Chris, just in time. Monster, soul, action.
This island is mine, by Sycorax my mother, which thou strokest me and madest much of me, would gives me water with berries and teach me how to name the bigger light and how the less that burn by day and night. And then I loved thee and showed all the qualities of the isle, the fresh springs, brine pits, barren place and fertile. Urged me I that did so. All the charms of Sycorax, toads, beetles, bats, light on you, for I'm all the subjects that you have, which first was mine own king. For here you stay me in this hard rock, while you do keep from me the rest o' the island.
Toads, beetles, bats? That should do nicely. Gramercy, Chris, and give my love to your mother, Sycorax. Troilus and Cressida. Pericles. What's the... Ah! Here. Midsummer thing. Now, Katerina hath truly inspired Titania, the queen of the fairies, but a queen must needs have an entourage, and they must needs be magical. Magic. Megan, thou art brilliant. Cobweb, mustard seed, and moth, the three of them, and thy dances inspire. Mayhap I might use a bit of magic myself. If only magic were as easy as Megan doth make it look. I would have something with a king. Going into battle. Fortune, put them into my hands. King Henry V, leading troops into battle at Harfleur. Well done. ACAP PlayMakers. Prescott, thou art every inch king. Lead thy soldiers in battle, if you would please.
Once more into the breach, dear friends, once more. All close now roll-ups with our existing again our first. Follow your feet and this passage. Cry, God, for hearing England and King George.
Harry, England, and St. George. Well spake. Prescott, thou art every inch a king. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Thou art addicted to magic. Oh well, once more under the breach. 'Twill be a favourite in the playhouses. We must needs introduce Puck, the trickster hobgoblin. ACAP, would you send me someone mischievous? Thou couldst not have chosen better. Greg, thou knowest this hobgoblin Puck. I would have thee become this trickster hobgoblin. I?
Thou speakest of right. I'm sad, very fonder of the night. I just want to make him smile when I fat being her horse, beguile. Nay, the likeness of very bold, but won't very comes over on.
Greg, thou art mischievous indeed, and I thank thee for it. Mayhap thy mother may not, but I do. Lady Macbeth. To make her husband king, she must needs convince herself to do bloody murder on the king they have now. Is there a playmaker cruel enough? Excellent choice. Maggie, I would have thee become Lady Macbeth. King Duncan will arrive at your castle soon. How do you prepare?
The raven himself is hoarse, that croaks the entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood. and stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, and keep peace between the effect and it. Come, you murdering ministers, wherever in your slightest substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and Paul D in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold.
Top full of direst cruelty indeed. Maggie, thou hast truly inspired my Scottish lady. I would I could write again for Falstaff. Now thereby stands a fellow who is funny. Nay, 'tis not quite the word.
Come on, Mr. Shakespeare.
Good morrow, Bob. I seek thy aid.
I am at thy service, good sir.
I'm looking for a word that means funny, other than the word funny. Canst thou help me?
There are great many. Waggish, dagger, wogus, witty, muffer, glib, W-A-D.
Lord Bob, thou art a kind gentleman. Fortune, I would have thee find me someone who is waggish, jocular, roguish, witty, mirthful, and glib. Festy, my goodly clown. Twelfth night is near finished, and Festy hath the final song. I could write it if only I had the first verse. Anyone?
And that I was in a little tiny boy with the hay, ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but, and the rain, it raineth every day. And that I was and a little tiny boy with the hay, ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy, and the rain, it rains every day.
Nolan, thy Festy is just the thing to inspire the rest of this song. Gramercy for thy goodly service. Now, next is two gentlemen in Verona. This also is near finished. Indeed, not with a bit with a dog. No, specifically, a bit with Launce the Fool and his dog Crab. Launce? Crab?
I think Crab, my dog, be the sourest natured dog that lives.
Arf!
He thrusts me himself into the company of 3 or 4 gentleman-like dogs under the Duke's table.
Arf!
He had not been there, bless the mark, a pissing while. But all the chamber smelt him. Out with the dog, says one. What cur is that, says another. Whip him out, says a third. Hang him up, says the Duke. I, having been acquainted with the smell before, knew it was Crab.
Arf!
Nay, I remember the trick you served me when I took my leave of Madam Sylvia. Did I not bid thee still mark me and do as I do? When didst thou see me heave up my leg and make water against a gentlewoman's farthingale? Didst thou ever see me do such a trick?
That were both remarkable. Kevin, thy launce is most excellent. And Colleen, thy crab was so convincing I could near smell the bad attitude on the floor. I think we near the end. Romeo and Juliet. The balcony scene. The whole balcony scene. Playmakers, you have helped me out a good many times, but I am in deeper now than e'er afore. Prithee, lend me your magic one last time.
But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, see how she leans her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, and I might touch that cheek.
Honey.
She speaks.
Oh, Romeo. 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 Deny the Father, and if ye thy name, or if that you're not, thee the throne thy Lord, and I no longer be a Catholic. What in the name that makes me call a rose like any other name is not like neat. Romeo, that's the name, and so that name, it is not to thee, take on my God.
Call me with love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I never will be Romeo.
I know the song. I saw, not Romeo, in an altitude. The ocean roars are high and high the sun, and the place death. Considering who that earth, is any of thy kinsmen, time be here.
With love's light wings, they'll overperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out.
If they do see thee, they will know thee.
Alack, there lies more power in thine eye than 20 of their swords.
Thou love me? I know thou shalt say I, and I will keep thy word.
What shall I swear by?
Do not fear at all, or if thou wilt, fear that the gracious God. Sleep, good night.
Oh, would thou leave me so unsatisfied?
Just that assassin can't thou hand tonight.
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee 90 swords, thou didst request it. Thy bounty is the bountiest of the sea. Thy Lord, I did, to know I did to thee, to know I did to those I entered.
Oh, blessed, blessed night. I am afeard. Being a night, all this is but a dream. Too flattering sweet to be substantial.
Till almost morning, I would have thee gone. Good night, good night. Pardon me, such me sorrow, that I should say good night to thee now.
Almond, Amanda, you have truly captured the wonder of love at first sight. Gramercy. And gramercy to playmakers all. Your talent and spirit are inspirational indeed. As I wrote in my play Twelfth Night, on my own, all I can say is thanks and thanks and ever thanks. And as for now,
our revels now are ended.
These, our actors, as I foretold you, were spirits and are melted into air, into thin air.
And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces,
the solemn temples, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherits, shall dissolve.
And like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a wreck behind.
We are such stuff as dreams are made on.
And our little lives are rounded with a sleep.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed the show. We thank you for taking time to support the ACAP Playmakers. Again, I want to thank the Optimist Theatre for joining us and all the people that helped, our volunteers and production staff. Thank you.